out, he was playing music in a bar, and some drunk come out and knocked his tail light out. So he went to the home, and he'd just been ranting and raving, carrying on. So Lois took it down to get it fixed. And she got it fixed, and after she got the tail light and all fixed, she backed out and backed right square into another car and messed it up again. Scared her to death. So she didn't tell Clyde. So she backed on around and went home, and she forgot to tell him, or she didn't want to tell him. So he took the car and didn't see the tail light. So he went back out that night, and he come out and he found it, and he thought another drunk had hit him. So he started really getting rough then, and took Lois 20 years before she ever told him it was her that wrecked his car the second time. Lose weight, buddy. Lose weight. You're fat, like me.
Keep that thing off me. I can't stand things.
It's very nice. Me and Clyde had a lot of fun together. We did a lot of things together that I enjoyed and he enjoyed, and we was always playing around. He was trying to get the best of me, and I was trying to get the best of him. You know, that's about the way it went. And we just had a lot of fun together. I don't think we ever had an argument between us that I can recall. I remember one night we was playing music down in Eden, North Carolina, and we got off about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and had to drive back to Norfolk. And it was so foggy you couldn't even see the front of the hood on the car. So I was sitting there, and old Clyde was driving this, I think it was a 38 Plymouth. And I said, Clyde, you better pull off the road and stop, take it easy. He said, I'll make it. I got to go to work in the morning. I said, so have I, but there's no sense in getting killed, you know. So he put his head out the window and he drove the yellow line from North Carolina to Virginia. We made it, I don't know how, but we did. And that's about the best way I remember Clyde. He's always there when you needed him, and we had a lot of fun together.
My God, I don't know when I first met him. I guess it was when we were kids, about 6 or 7 years old, when we was living in Broad Creek Village going to school. Played baseball together in the 7th grade. We had a championship team that year that never been beat. If I remember correctly, he used to do a little pitching and played first base. He was a good baseball player. Other than he used to go with one of the best looking girls in Broad Creek Village, and I think he married her, Lois.
Clyde doesn't have very much use for the law enforcement agency in the city of Norfolk because he's caught a number of people shoplifting, stealing stuff, taking them to court. He'll tell you how that the courts themselves will take the merchandise or the cash and keep it and never give it back. Then they'll take you all day long down there, and then they'll incriminate you and cross-examine you rather than the person you caught stealing. So he came up with what he considered to be a relatively good way to counteract that. And what he does is he catches them shoplifting. Now he'll take the gun, put it on, and say, you know, you've been coming into the store for some time, I've caught you stealing. There's really no way to tell how much you may have stole before, but we're going to guess it's about $100 worth. And we're going to give you a choice. The choice is you can pay that $100 back to us that you stole from us and assure me that you'll never come in here and I'll let you go. Otherwise, I'm going to call the police and take you downtown. Now, in so doing that, he actually is holding court and fining them $100, but the way he says it gives them a choice. And one time specifically, he had a guy, and he was going to fine him $50. The guy talked him down to $25, and the reason for that was that he just did not have any money. So Clyde held a gold chain or something that he had for him to go get the $25. When he came back, although he didn't have the 50, Clyde had to change 100 for him to get the 25. One time Clyde and I were playing golf, and it can be a very frustrating game. We got on the 18th hole at Stumpy Lake, and he hit a ball into the woods, and a ball into the ditch, and a ball into the trees, and a ball in the water. He was really ticked off. I mean, he was talking off his heart, and he indicated that that was it. He said, that's it. He said, I'm through with this game. I'm never playing it again. He said, I will never play this game again as long as I live. I'm getting rid of these clubs. And I said, are you really going to quit? Really going to quit? Now, he was hot. I mean, he wasn't playing. He was hot. He said, that's it. He said, you think he put a few curse words on me. He said, you think I'm kidding? I'm through with it. I'm not playing anymore. And I said, if you're really through, I said, can I, you know, we say clubs to be cheap. And he real quickly told me where I should go. And got in the car, walked back, that was it. He sat there and he looked over at me. It was about 10 minutes had gone by. He said, you think I'm kidding? He said, but I'm through. He said, I'm through with it. I'm not going to come out here and be humiliated, not have fun, be miserable, be cold. It was wintertime. He said, and go through this. He said, it's ridiculous. I said, okay, Clyde, that's the way you feel about it. We started out at Stumpy Lake. This was on a Saturday. We'd gotten maybe a half a mile. I looked over at him. I said, I'm going to play tomorrow about 1 o'clock. He said, 1 o'clock would be good with me. Pick me up at 1. So all he said didn't mean a thing. He was going to play anyway. Not only is he my brother, he's probably comes as close to being one of my best friends as anybody does. We get along real well. We have a real good communication, I think, in terms of humor and wit. We, of course, share golf in common and play a good deal. We spend a good deal of time together. And I think a lot of Clyde. Not only do I have a very genuine and deep love for Clyde, but I like Clyde. I kid with him and I put him down all the time. I'm always taking shots at him, but that's a part of the thing that nurtures the relationship and actually makes us even closer, because he'll get ticked off from time to time and say really what he's thinking. And I do too, but it kind of broods and goes away, and then actually I think we end up closer than we were to start with. I think a good deal of Clyde. There's not much I wouldn't do for him other than give him any more money.
Clyde, at this point, we were supposed to have several more interviews, but when many of the people found out we were putting on tape, they realized they'd have to tell the truth, and I think they declined at that point. Billy, for instance, he pleaded the fifth just about everything we asked him. We asked to interview Rick Chalk, but he declined, saying that you hated him, and he wasn't sure exactly if he had any good things to say about you, and he really couldn't understand why we had asked him to be in the film. We got a...
Gary, here's that footage we were looking at with Helen.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What Helen had to say, this is too good. This is obviously another lie here, and I don't think...
Wouldn't believe that.
I don't think we could use any of that.
We don't want to put that in there?
No, I don't think so.
All right, I'll go take that out.
But as you see from some of the earlier tapes, many people were forced to lie because of the camera. So I think at this time, instead of going through some more lies, we could play this record here by the Bryant and the Oak Ridge Boys, cut in December the 28th, 1955.
Dad, I'm sorry I couldn't be there tonight for this tribute to you. I just want to say thanks for all the knowledge that you've given me and raising me the way that you did. And just want to tell you that I love you and miss you.
I was strangling Janet in the middle of the living room floor. He came in there and he picked me up by the seat of my pants. He just hit me one time, and I'll never forget that one time he hit me, but I thought I was going clean through the living room door. This old man, he plays one. Sing it. Son, how old you are? Can you sing a song? Sing This Old Man Came Rolling Home.
People love the little darling, don't you know? Bum, bum, bum. Follow Ella where she goes.
Louder.
From the cradle to the grave, he called out, he called
This is a day that's been set aside to honor Clyde by all his friends and his family. And it's a pleasure to me to be just a small part of it. And but I've always considered Clyde one of my closest friends because, you know, it's not just anybody that you can bare your soul to and confide in. But Clyde's always been that kind of person for me. I think we held that thing going between the two of us. So I don't know anything I can add right at this time except, Clyde, a few years ago I wrote a little song. It was called A Wish for You. I want to sing the chorus of it just for you. And this is the way I feel. May you always walk in sunshine, good fortune come your way. May you treasure every golden hour, for life is but a day. May the good Lord be beside you as you tread each measured mile. Then when you reach the sunset, may you look back and smile. For Tarzan, old boy, it's been a pleasure just to have this small part in your life, to have known you, and to have always loved you as a friend. So, for now, I'll just say, have a nice day, Tarzan.